Welcome into the CHGO Bears pregame show presented by Olipop, a new kind of soda. Use the code CHGO20 for 20% off your next Olipop order. What's up, Bears fans? Slam that subscribe button. Tap that like button. It is Tyson Bagent Day. It is Mark Carman Day. Hitting that like button is completely free and helps us grow the CHGO channel. Carm, how we feeling? You got those pregame nerves? I feel like you're playing quarterback for the Bears today.
I mean, it is a big day for me and Tyson and the Bears and Jonathan and Anthony and Gary and Ray and Isaac. But we're all in this together. We're not trying to split apart the fan base. Justin fans, you are right here for us today. I'm one of you as well. Hoge is one of you as well. Lawrence is one of you as well. But we are going to rally behind the QB today. And let's see what we have in our young QB, which apparently Vegas starts to think we have something because the line's moving in the Bears' favor. Hoge, you just told me that.
Yeah, I just noticed this right before the game. I was looking at some of our pregame lines on DraftKings. We'll get to our prop bets here later on in the show. Bears are only 1.5-point dogs. They've been 3.5 points all week.
They're flying the money in on Bagent.
Yesterday I saw it move to 2.5. Now it's 1.5. So that's just an interesting line movement. Super chat here from Emiliano. He says for $4.99. Let's go, boys. Josh Jacobs going off today. Embrace the tank.
No.
I don't know about that.
No. Double no. You're not embracing, and Josh Jacobs is not going off.
Let's take a look at the inactives. Or not.
Just 1 second. I'm bringing it in right now.
Okay.
Big names on that inactive list. Not the inactives you want.
That's what I was going to say.
I will. Spoiler alert. These are not the inactives you're looking for.
All right. Well, we'll hold off on. Oh no!
There
Here we go. Here's your list of inactives for the day. Quarterback Justin Fields. Best pass blocking running back Roschon Johnson. Starting right guard Nate Davis. Starting safety Eddie Jackson. Reserve, but
playing well.
Somewhat playing well. Cornerback Terrell Smith, who's going to be out for a while. And offensive lineman Dan Feeney, also out.
He's been busy.
He somehow hurt his knee, even though he doesn't play.
He's been busy. I have my theories.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean,
you got Feeney theories?
Well, I think that he's a guy that has a lot going on off the field, and he's a very talented individual, and maybe that's perhaps why. No, I don't know. I don't. When did Dan Feeney get hurt? But whatever. We haven't seen Feeney. We don't need to see Feeney. Today's not about Feeney. Today is about. It is. I do want your opinion on the O line, Hoge.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Doug Kramer activated from IR, and has he played a game ever? He was hurt last year.
He has not played a game ever.
I don't think he has.
He has not. We've seen him in the preseason. We have not seen him.
That's what I'm thinking of. So he appears to be your backup center for this game.
Good.
And
I'd rather have him do the backup than Cody.
Yeah, let's talk about the offensive line because this is, and we're going to get to Bagent here, obviously, but it starts up front. It starts with how are these guys going to protect this young quarterback? Rookie quarterbacks make mistakes. Rookie quarterbacks struggle. This is just things we know about rookie quarterbacks. And ideally, you'd like to put a rookie quarterback in a much better situation than would currently resides here with the Chicago Bears. So here's the offensive line we're expecting today. Larry Borom at left tackle, backup. He's a backup. Left guard sounds like it's going to be Cody Whitehair going back to left guard. Okay. Center, Lucas Patrick. Hopefully the communication's better. I think that's where you get the upgrade with Lucas Patrick. Snaps, will they be better? Don't know. Blocking, will the blocking be better? Don't know. But hopefully the communication's better than what we saw last week with Cody Whitehair at center, because that was a disaster. Right guard, Tevin Jenkins, moving back to right guard from left guard, used to be the right guard. Now he's back to right guard, at least for this week, till Nate Davis can come back. And then Darnell Wright, who appears to be the one steady thing they have going on the offensive line, and he's a rookie.
And he's got a sore shoulder. I'm glad. Good job getting on the field, Darnell. That's awesome, but it's a little concerning.
Yeah.
So, look, I talked to Tevin Jenkins about this in the locker room. Maybe we'll play that in a second here. But Tevin got hurt in preseason running, blew out both of his quads. So it wasn't playing the offensive line, but he did it running, which was a bummer for Tevin, a bummer for the Bears. Quad, calves, both calves.
Different muscles, both in the leg. But let's get it right here, Carm.
So you're asking a guy who's been hurt a lot, who you asked to change positions, to go back to where he once was so you can get Cody Whitehair, who's not a part of your future, on the field while Ja'Tyre Carter is playing well. So you could have just left Tevin where you moved him and put Carter at right guard. They chose not to do that. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought the reason I was caught off guard, get it?
Good job.
Yeah. Was because Ja'Tyre Carter seems to be playing well.
Right. And he's young.
And
what are you doing?
Yeah. And then
why do you got to make it so complicated?
that surprised me. But apparently they want Cody Whitehair still in that lineup.
They love Cody Whitehair.
I think they like him at guard.
They love Cody Whitehair at guard.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of things that are hard to explain. I talked my way into. I eventually got there by Friday, where I was like, okay.
I mean, it's not end of the world situation here,
right.
but it's just like the logic of the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd rather be in the Bears position today, where you are playing a veteran and moving people around on the offensive line, in theory, to give a rookie quarterback his best chance to be successful, versus what the Raiders are doing, which is not playing a rookie quarterback because you're trying to squeeze a win out of Brian Hoyer, who hasn't won a football game since 2018 as a starter, because you're playing a bad Bears team and you're trying to stay relevant. The Raiders, to me, you start Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
What are you doing? But okay, Brian Hoyer, bring him on.
Well, and here's the Bears Bastard with the Super Chat, $9.99. Raiders haven't scored 20 all year. Bears defense has looked better the last couple of weeks, with sacks and turnovers increasing. If the offense can put together just enough, they might be okay. They might be in okay shape. Yeah, possibly.
He says that he screwed up his math there. He said their average is under 20. They hit 21 once.
I was going to say, I feel like I remember a game. But, yeah, regardless, this is not a juggernaut offense. It's Brian Hoyer playing. If I'm the Bears, here's what I'm thinking with the offensive line that I've kind of came around to by the time I got to Friday. And now we're here on Sunday. I like the idea of having Tevin Jenkins and Darnell Wright next to each other. Add Mercedes Lewis over there, too.
Yeah, I like that, too.
Can we just run right?
Sure.
Run right. Run right. Run right. All day.
Throw right.
Either at Maxx Crosby or away from him, right? Like, if you're going to try to protect this rookie in a bad matchup against Maxx Crosby, and if I'm the Raiders, I'm putting him against Larry Borum. So you either can help Larry Borum at the tight end, and maybe you do both. Maybe you have a 12 personnel out there. But I'm just trying to run to the right behind those those are big offensive linemen. Mercedes Lewis is a big tight end. Just do that. That minimizes Maxx Crosby. That makes things easier on your quarterback. I hope that's what they're thinking with this move, because as much as we can say play Ja'Tyre Carter, doesn't that sound a lot better having Tevin Jenkins, Darnell Wright next to each other than Ja'Tyre Carter and Darnell Wright?
Sure, but you've got Larry slightly over his skis, but has played well. I don't want to be too hard on him, Borum. And Cody moving back to left guard on his last legs in the NFL, white hair, protecting the backside. Okay. I mean, Tyson's going to get the ball out quick. That's what he did in college. That's what he did last week. That's what he's going to do here. Maybe it'll be okay. But again, my thought process on it is just like, look, you are trying to figure out who is going to be here for the future, and you have an opportunity to put Jatiri out there. I'm interested in Doug Kramer too. Maybe that would have been too aggressive to put an undersized center in there. I get it.
Yeah, see, I think they're thinking more about your guy, this rookie quarterback, Bagent, and just making sure that he doesn't die today.
Well, they're excited about Tyson Bagent. And it's not that I'm the only one that's excited about Tyson Bagent. The Bears are excited about Tyson Bagent. Look at what they've done. They went out and they signed P.J. Walker, right? They paid him $2 million. They bring in the undrafted rookie quarterback. They say, you know what? Screw it. We like this guy. PJ's doing nothing. We're going to cut him. We're going to eat that money. We'll let him go elsewhere. We know he's going to get picked up. Oh, he just won a game with the Cleveland Browns. No problem. We like Tyson Bagent. We're gonna develop him as quickly as possible. But we're gonna keep him inactive because we don't want to put too much on him. Oh, we like what we see. We're gonna elevate him. Now he's elevated, and now the way they're talking about him, they like this dude Koger. It's not just me sitting here. I'm following the lead. It's what they're doing. It's what they're saying.
Okay, well then let's play a game here. What do you think? What do you think they view as the best case scenario with Tyson Bagent?
What the best case scenario?
Yeah,
I think they view him as their starting quarterback. They view as a best case scenario
for like the future.
Yeah, you said best case scenario.
Okay, I mean, I guess that could apply to any quarterback. I mean, I guess you could.
What do I think is a more? How do I think they look at him realistically?
Let's not forget they didn't use a draft pick on him.
I understand, but. Look, Luke Getsy coached him at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah,
there was a lot of undrafted quarterbacks they could have picked. They went with Bagent. Then they got him in the building. Then they liked him enough to cut him at QB. Now, when you hear him talking about him, they're not gonna say anything negative, but it's pretty flowery. And then you got all these guys in the locker room talking about him and his moxie and whatnot. I think they like him, dude.
Well, I think they do too. I don't want to go there yet. Let's see how today plays out. I'm intrigued. I mean, there's some
Abe Foreman, love car, but pretty sure he's giving me diabetes. What does that mean, Abe? I like all this chill out on Bagent, and are we allowed to say what turn back then forward said? Or is that too aggressive for the show?
Where is it? I can't.
It's at the very top right now.
No.
Probably not. No.
No.
Yeah, we'll leave it in
Also,
the chat.
it's Abe Froman, man.
I understand. What did I say?
Abe Foreman. Like, come on.
Did I say Foreman? I meant Froman. I'm sorry.
So
now you've given him diabetes and a different name.
Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. I didn't give you diabetes. You're having a heart attack, Abe. Talking about.
I ate some barbecue at 9:30 this morning. It was a new
delicious
experience for me.
Yeah. Firewater barbecue over at the tailgate.
It was fire.
Great. Braggs is in here, by the way. Still finishing things up at the tailgate. He'll be joining us for the watch along during the game today.
Got hammered last night at the Blackhawks game. Now coming in strong today. Braggs is our hero.
I hear Jake Flanagan's going to run the live stream or the watch along. Is that true?
Apparently.
He's
running it from
driving
there?
it? No, he's driving it.
Oh, he's driving it.
From
Great.
there.
That's awesome. We need that energy up here. We need GM Jake, diehard adult who sleeps with a Bears pillow driving today. We need that. We do.
I hope that Bagent plays well just to see how conflicted Jake is live during the game. Because I'm not sure there's a human being that loves Justin Fields more than Jake Flanagan. Maybe Justin's dad.
Jake is sitting here coming on the show last week burying Justin, in essence. If he doesn't come out of that tunnel, his career with the Bears is basically over. And I'm like, chill out.
Yeah.
He's going to be back on the field in 2 or 3 weeks. There is a long season left to go. It is not over yet. We do not know where we're drafting. Justin played well in 2 of his last 3 games. This is not over.
How many career starts does Tyson Bagent make for the Chicago Bears?
I think the number is, let's see.
I'm going to give you an over-under of
17 games a season times. Go ahead. What's the over-under?
Realistically, think about this. Over-under.
Uh-huh.
How many games are left in the season?
Well, this is week 7.
Hoge, they're 1-5. There's 11 games left.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to say career starts as a Bear, 10.5. Over-under.
I'll take the over.
I do know that they're probably drafting Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I got that.
And if they draft Caleb Williams, he is starting week 1.
We'll see about that.
Another L on his resume last night.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that game. Did he play well?
You don't beat Utah.
That's fine. He'll start, and Tyson will back up, and then they'll figure out
That's
that
what I'm saying. So realistically,
Bagent will.
there's a chance Justin's back next week, by the way.
I know.
Let's go.
So we're talking 1 start.
Okay, it's a bad bet by me, but I'm not taking. I will put.
Well, the reason I said that was because it's like you said, best case scenario is he becomes the Bears starter. I don't see any. There's no world. I'm sorry. There is no world in which the Bears, where Bagent becomes the starting quarterback over Justin Fields, plays well, and they pass on Caleb Williams.
Okay, first of all, Drew Black Carb loves Bagent more than my wife loves me is funny. Second of all, look.
The super chat Edward here, 20.
He's Brazilian, remember?
My hypothesis, Hoge, in this
is that you're going to let Hoge
in this scenario.
Are we just not going to read the super chat?
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I was somewhere. I was in Bagent land. Go ahead.
Edward said, "I'm with Carm." Hoge asked best case scenario. Best case scenario is he is the QB of the future, so we don't need to spend a draft pick on a QB next year.
Yeah, he said, is the best case scenario that for Bagent that he plays 2 games and then sits as a backup for 10 years? I mean, let's go. You're saying best case scenario.
Okay, well, best case scenario for this Bears season is they win the Super Bowl. If we're going to play that game.
Okay, look.
How many of these?
Let's play this game.
I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer about how, and I like Tyson Bagent. I'm excied to see him play football today.
Do you know who was second in the NFL?
How many times have we done this with backup quarterbacks in this town?
Many times. Do you know who is second in the NFL in completion percentage? Tyson Bagent. That's right, 10 for 14. 71.3%. Second in the NFL completion percentage, Bagent. Let's not take chips off the table, Hoge. We don't know. Counts. Let's not compare Tyson Bagent to P.T. Willis and Moses Moreno.
Why not?
Because those guys,
quarterback from Shepherd
with the most passing yards in the history of college football and
he was playing Colorado College of the Mines.
I don't care.
It's School of Mines.
My hypothesis is that if you put Moses Moreno on Shepherd, he ain't doing what Bagent did. Same thing with Mitch Trubisky, by the way, too. I bet you Trubisky would have been like, he would have gotten smoked by the Colorado College of the Mines or whatever the hell the school is. Trubisky would have gotten whapped. Bagent was out there. Did you go back and watch the tape of him? Of course you didn't, because you're a person who has a life. But I spent my day yesterday watching him hit against Notre Dame of Ohio, rolling right with no time on the clock to the corner of the end zone, touchdown, and 700 people at that game went nuts for Tyson Bagent.
Notre Dame of Ohio?
And the Shepherd Rams. Yes, I watched Bagent tape yesterday.
Okay, good for you.
A lot of short passes.
Steven, super chat, $5. Bagent can be an upgraded Kyle Orton, if the running game and defense step up. Okay.
We don't know what he is.
All right, so build your Isaac, $2. Watch Tyson Bagent. He reminds me of Alex Smith a little. Oh, there's your Mitch Trubisky comparison, because we said that for years. What is your perfect Bagent game today?
Well, I think my perfect game is that he gets everybody involved. That we see Tyler Scott on a different level. We see Robert Tonyan on a different level. We see Cole Kmet. We see Darnell Mooney, who's have his best game of the year. And, of course, we see DJ doing his thing. The Raiders' defense is good, by the way. There's not a lot of weaknesses there. He's not climbing up the Commanders and or Broncos hill here. This is a real defense with a real threat in Maxx Crosby. It's not going to be easy. There's no weaknesses out there. But they're also not elite either. So I spread the ball around, do what he does, get everybody involved, move the ball down the field, stay ahead of the sticks, everything he said.
You, in your notes, you have Tyler Scott, Robert Tonyan, Cole Kmet,
Right, everything I just said.
DJ Moore, all with season-high receiving yards?
Yeah. I didn't say DJ Moore. If I said I meant...
It says Moore.
Yeah, that'd be
You
tough.
meant Mooney?
I meant Mooney.
Okay.
I was doing a quick...
All of them have season-high?
Yes. Yes. But
Is Kurt Warner starting today?
None-
Am I missing something?
None of them have done anything all year.
How much do you think he's throwing the ball?
A lot.
Why? Remember what I just talked about with the offensive line? Run the ball right the whole game.
Okay, hold on a second. What's Darnell Mooney's high in yards this year, Hoge?
I don't know.
51.
Okay.
All right? I think I'm double-checking, but that's what... I mean, we're not talking about a lot of yards. There's no Robert Tonyan's career high in yards as a Bear is like 14. I'm not saying he's going to... Do you think he throws for 200 yards today? You think Bagent hits 200?
Well, so here's my perfect game. A 60% completion percentage, so not even as good as he did last week.
It's a 10% drop. It's
I put
Bagent-like.
I put 200 passing yards in here, but I think more realistic, like if he can hit the over, which is 180 and a half. Okay? Hit the, because I expect them to run the ball a lot. I hope they run the ball. And then just don't turn the ball over. Like, I'm trying to keep expectations level and realistic here. That, to me, would be a ideal game for Tyson Bagent today in his first NFL start. Okay? Complete 60% of the passes, throw over 180 passing yards, and don't turn the ball over. Good day right there.
That'd be great. That would be wonderful.
Not get the entire team besides DJ Moore career high in passing yards.
50 not
Season
career high.
Season high.
Darnell's high this year is 53. Okay? It's not that much. 55 yards to Darnell.
Okay, so let's do the math on that. So,
Okay, so 50. Let's do the low math.
what about Cole Kmet, though?
I didn't say Kmet. I didn't.
You did in the notes that I'm reading.
It's written down.
Okay, fine. If I said Kmet, I said Kmet. I thought I meant Tonyan. But that's fine.
You put Tonyan and Kmet in here. That's why I'm objecting to all this.
Okay. Hold on.
To have four different players all
Cole-
set season high.
Cole Kmet was a mistake. I should not have put him in there. That's too much because Kmet had a huge game against the Broncos. If I take out the Bronco game, though, his high is 44. Okay? Can we get 50 yards for Kmet?
So 50 for Darnell, 50 for Kmet. There's 100.
Yeah. Robert Tonyan, 20? Can I get 20?
Okay, so we're up to 120.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Tyler Scott, can I get him 25? 145?
Okay, so it's right around the 180.
Yeah, and then throw another 50 in there for Darnell, and we're done.
Okay, and DJ Moore just has 0 catches today.
No, I said DJ for 50. 50 for DJ.
So
80.
we're up to like over 200.
I think he's
passing
throwing
yards.
for 220, baby. 220.
And he's throwing the ball around to everyone.
They're gonna
Slinging it.
have him in the gun. Boom, boom, boom.
You
boom.
need to build this parlay, and if it hits, you should get $1 million.
So I had it. I have my parlay in there.
I know, but I'm saying you should do one where all these guys you're talking about actually do hit season highs in receiving yards. You don't even need to have Bagent in there. Just you hit that parlay. I don't know what the odds are, but you should win $1 million. It's like you would hit the lottery.
What are we gonna do on the postgame show when I'm right? What's gonna happen? What will we do?
Can't wait to find out.
Postgame show is going to be must watch.
What do you have in plans? What are your plans for my celebration?
If you're watching the show now on the YouTube, the link is in the description. Set that notification.
Mark, Super Chat, 499, member of the Easingwold England Book Club, will be at Soldier Field attending her first football game today. Hopefully she brings a win with her.
Let's go.
All right.
I can't believe
It's gonna be fun.
By the way, does anybody have a towel around here? I gotta wipe the cold water off of my face and head. And just ice bath over here, Hoge. Just I mean, can we get a steamer in here? I need to warm up.
I mean, I need to warm up
Hoge,
after.
Do you understand what we are witnessing today?
Apparently, we're witnessing the greatest quarterback performance in Chicago Bears history.
I didn't say that.
Oh, the bar's so low. Crystal. We just saw Crystal.
I love
1999. She said, great seeing you all today. If you have not made it to a tailgate, make your way to the last one. It's always a great time. Great food. Bear down, guys. I made it to the stadium. There are a lot of Raiders fans here. That's what I want to talk about next. If for some reason you're still trying to go to this game day, you don't have a ticket, I'm telling you right now, Game Time is where you want to look because
What's your guess as what the cheapest ticket is right now to get in?
Well, my wife was at the tailgate this morning too. She thought about going to the game. I said check Game Time. She was looking yesterday, and there was not even a single ticket lower than $100.
Right now, you can get in for I take it, Krista went home?
Yes, she is currently on a train
It's always peaceful.
towards Libertyville.
The cheapest single right now is a great single, though. $437, dead smack in the middle. Row 13, great seat, $166 with
$166
with fees.
So, not a cheap game to get into today, but if you're still trying or just in the future, you're going to want to check out Game Time because Game Time is the best place for last-minute tickets, the easiest way to find tickets for all sports, music, comedy, theater events near you. They have killer last-minute deals, all-in prices. They show you your view from your seat. It's the best way to buy tickets. The only way to buy tickets the right way. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHGO. You'll get $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Crystal got her tickets on Game Time. She's sitting in the end zone today, won something, going lower level. If you see Crystal out there in her Bears sweatshirt, say hello. Tell her that she is indeed a celebrity. Also, if you're looking for some gear, head over to FOCO, F-O-C-O. Get fitted on the best sports gear around: hoodies, shoes, signs, bobbleheads, Aloha shirts, polos, bags, everything you need for a game. Sec decorations, look at them. We're rolling. Thank you, FOCO. They got a ton of stuff that you can upgrade your home office with, whatever, basement, you can figure out where to put it. Check out FOCO.com or click the link in the description below for all non-presale items. Use that promo code CHGO and you get yourself 10% off.
All right. So, spent the night in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Had a nice night last night. Went to the Jim Jeffries show at Chicago Theater.
Okay.
Was up early this morning at the tailgate. Been around downtown a lot in the last 24 hours. The point is, there is a lot of black and silver in town.
Oh my gosh, so much.
The tailgate was crazy. It was like half Raider fans.
Yeah.
Now,
Losers.
Well, I don't know about that.
Losers. No, I love them. Great fans.
Raider Nation.
Super passionate.
I had you know who else I saw walking around downtown yesterday? Remember our old friend Will DeWitt's guy, Jesper Horsted?
Yes.
You saw Jesper Horsted?
Yeah. He plays
Former Bear?
Yeah, current Raider.
Jesper Horsted was hanging out at Jeffries?
No, he was just walking down the street as we were leaving to go to dinner. Austin Hooper, who also plays for the Raiders. Michael Mayer, rookie tight end from Notre Dame.
He's playing well. Watch out for 87
Did
today.
you stay at their hotel?
No, we did not stay. But they were down the street. I think they were at the JW. We were down the street, but they were just walking down the street. Jesper shouldn't have cut him.
I like Jesper.
Jesper had his best game at the Raiders in Vegas a couple years ago. He had that really sweet touchdown catch from Justin Fields.
Remember it slightly.
Bears won that game. Raiders had a nice conversation with some Raiders fans last night. These guys came in from California. They're from Oakland, born and raised Oakland guys. They refuse to go to games in Vegas. Still Raider fans. They only will go to road games. They're here for this one.
I respect that.
Yeah. And also Raiders, like, they have a national fan base. Like, there's just they've moved around so many times. So Raider fans travel. They always do. They're here in Chicago. Tickets aren't cheap. Good for them. I'm just saying, if you're going to the game today, you're going to see a lot of black and silver.
I was with my brother on Friday night, and he tends to live in his own world. So he's asking me, he's like, who the Bears playing this weekend? I'm like, they got the Raiders. He's like, the Oakland Raiders?
There you go.
No, not the Oakland Raiders. The Los Angeles Raiders?
I was going to say, did you go there?
Nope, not the Los Angeles Raiders. Where are the Raiders these days? They're in Las Vegas. Oh, there you go. Have Raiders will travel. I respect the fan base, though. They are aggressive. There's the word I'm looking for.
Fun. Did you see the guy dressed up as like Beetlejuice?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And
I took a photo of that guy.
He was happy to take
We just
pictures.
showed my daughter Beetlejuice 2 nights ago, which was an odd choice.
We should show that on the screen if we can. Like this Raider.
Yeah, give me a minute.
I'm sorry. It looks fun.
I mean, Raiders fans think they're tough because they root for the silver and black. Like they think they're just this hardcore thing. But there is a lot of passion to that fan base. But the whole toughness thing is kind of, don't mess with us.
See,
orange and blue, baby. We will do something.
a very specific
Why are you so
super
mad?
chat. I don't know what you're talking
I don't
about.
want like.
I'm just trying to give fan base credit for traveling. I don't know why you're talking shit to a bunch of.
Is this not the CHGO Bears podcast? Shouldn't we talk shit to other fan bases? Isn't that the point?
You can still show respect
I did. I said they're fans.
to every team besides the Packers. Luke, 320. Very specific, $32.69. Nice super chat. Hey guys, it's my birthday today. Hope the Bears get a big dub. Carm, I agree. Tyson Bagent, best case starting quarterback. Bagent goes 25 of 30 and 3 touchdowns. Bears big dub. Bear down.
I mean, we don't need to. I mean, I don't want to raise expectations too high. 25 for 30, but 24 for 30, I think seems about right.
Yeah.
It's just gonna. I mean, when you're Bagent, you walk into Soldier Field and you look around and you come out onto the field and you look up. It's like, this is my place. This is what I do. This is why I'm here. This is what I was born to be.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing right now.
I appreciate Tyson Bagent's confidence. I'm intrigued by it. I think his teammates are honest when they see it. But I've covered a lot of Bears quarterbacks that once had confidence. And then they played for the Bears.
Let me ask you this.
And by the way, that's completely fair. That's a long list of quarterbacks. By the way, including Justin Fields. I'm born for this. I've been dealing with this my whole life.
I have fallen in love with a lot of Bears quarterbacks over time. I thought when Nick Foles came to the rescue in Atlanta and won a game after Trubisky was terrible, I was like, all right, Nick Foles, let's go.
Yeah. And you don't think there's any chance you're doing that today?
This is different. This is different.
What's different is this guy. Let's show this guy. Look at this guy. This guy.
That's a good dude.
It's showtime.
I mean, wow, why am I blanking on the guy?
Because you never saw Beetlejuice?
Michael Keaton? Beetlejuice.
No, I know, but he looks more, in my opinion, he looks more like the dude from Back in the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I forgetting that actor's name?
It's Scott.
Christopher
Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd. Doesn't that look like more like Christopher Lloyd?
It's a little Christopher Lloyd.
A little bit. Marty!
What's up, buddy? It's a good picture by you, Law.
Yeah, thanks. iPhone 14.
That guy. If you see that guy at the stadium today, give him a hug for me.
Let me tell you why this is different. Can I remind you why this is different?
Yeah.
Because I understand they didn't draft him, but they brought in a young quarterback from the draft. They identified someone. They had Luke Getsy with him, who learned to appreciate him. They took a swing on a young guy. They never do that. Literally never. It happens once every 7 years when they draft a late round quarterback. They didn't even draft this guy. And now they're actually the Bears' normal move would have been to play P.J. Walker like the Raiders are doing today with Brian Hoyer. The Bears are doing something different. This guy's got a very interesting pedigree.
P.J. Walker's on the Browns.
Look at
How are they going to play P.J. Walker today?
You get the point.
P.J. Walker had the worst training camp I've ever seen a Bears quarterback have.
But that shouldn't have mattered. In old Bears land, it wouldn't have mattered. That's a vet QB. That's our guy. They would have made Tyson Bagent the fourth stringer. They'd have Peterman ahead of him.
Bears on Kauai super chat. He says, retired from the Air Force in Vegas. Stadium looks like a giant Roomba. Would be nice if it would clean up the city.
It's a big circular Roomba?
I gotcha. Let's go Bears. I'm Ty. Wait, I'm confused. I thought you lived in Kauai.
Well, maybe he just meant he was there. Now he's in Kauai.
He visited. He had a trip to Vegas.
Was he never in Kauai when Nick was there? When Nick dogged him?
No, I don't believe that.
I have no idea.
He retired from the Air Force to Vegas, and now he's in Kauai.
Okay. That stadium's brand new. Not brand new.
That is a good point.
I guess it's been there for
I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, Kauai. What's going on?
I have to say that stadium to me was very fine. Like I liked it, but it seemed relatively cookie cutter. On the outside, it definitely looks different, but inside, it's a nice stadium. I'm curious to see how it ages. It's definitely not something different, special to me like SoFi is or U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota. It was fine. Just let me know when we have Nick. And
I'm just very excited to see your prediction today. I'm excited to see everybody's prediction today. I'm very excited to talk to Nicholas Moriano right now, who's probably sitting there staring at Tyson Bagent. Aren't you, Nick?
No, he actually went into the locker room with the rest of the Bears, but I was looking at Tyson Bagent with the starting offense there, Mark. He's looking crisp, ready to set records like you were saying earlier and do his thing.
You hear that, Hoge? Looking crisp.
like the air.
Like the fall air.
I tried.
Bears
The
football
autumn,
air.
the autumn wind is a Raider, of course.
I tried to buy a 17 jersey this week. Couldn't get one.
Because they only made 5 of them, and his family owns all of them.
Whatever. The 5 that they made are sold out. Congrats.
Nick, take us inside Soldier Field. What did you see before the team went back in the locker room?
Yeah, so I was looking for Justin Fields just to see if he was out here, you guys. And I did spot him right here at the end. And, I couldn't tell from just this vantage point whether his right thumb was in a blue cast or just blue tape. But it's definitely still wrapped up. He's out there just in his jumpers. But it's too hard to tell. Even with my super camera, you guys, I couldn't get close enough to see whether it was a cast or just tape that he had on. But he was out there. Jalen Johnson, only DB wearing orange sleeves, you guys. I think only player wearing orange sleeves. Maybe he's going to stand out, have a great game. Who knows? But if, as you guys have probably talked about, the offensive line combination, it's as advertised with Darnell Wright, your left tackle, Cody Whitehair, left guard, center Lucas Patrick, right guard Tevin Jenkins, and your right tackle with Darnell Wright. And then because Dan Feeney's inactive, you saw Doug Kramer snapping with Nathan Peterman to start the drills early on.
All right, that's exciting. Good to see Kramer getting a little pregame action, ready to rock with Peterman. Let's hope we see neither of those guys
I
today.
was going to say, we're one play away from Nathan Peterman.
We are one play from Peterman. Let's keep it that way for the rest of the time. All right, Nick, when you're going through the tape and everything that you do, can you paint a way? How do you think this O-line that you just laid out? How do you think they'll deal with Crosby?
It's a good question, Mark, because the communication was off last week with the offensive line, and now you have guys in a bunch of different positions playing alongside guys that they haven't played with, the week before. So when you have a guy like Maxx Crosby, your communication needs to be on point, right? You can't have a slip up with a guy like that. But, I think they could take like some things that New England did. They threw to the blitzing side. They threw towards the pressure of Maxx Crosby to try to vacate and get some plays out that way. And we know Tyson's going to throw the ball out on time and quick. That could be one thing that the Bears can potentially try throughout this game to try to not have Maxx Crosby just wreck a game plan.
All eyes on Maxx Crosby, and rightfully so.
Reminder, he's got 5.5 sacks. He doesn't have 15.5. Let's go, Bears. Come on, you can figure this out.
Watch the tape. He might as well have 15.
I understand,
sacks.
but
He's too busy watching Tyson Bagent play school.
Well,
That's right.
I would like to see some Bagent high school tape. Nick, if you can run that down for me, that'd be great. Keep going.
I'll try, Mark.
Nick, what else were you focused on here pregame? Assuming it's Elijah Hicks in the secondary with Jaquan Brisker. Wait. Yeah, so Brisker's good to go, right?
Yes.
Yep. So it's just Elijah Hicks is the only secondary player that they have in there that's not your normal starter.
Yeah, let me clarify the question, I guess. I know Brisker's active. Does he any concerns pregame? I mean, like last week we saw Kyler Gordon was weirdly missing during, pregame or anything like that, ended up playing, but we think Brisker's full go today?
Yeah, just based off of him being out there. It wasn't like a Kyler Gordon situation where I didn't even see him last week. Both those guys were out there, Gordon and Brisker, so unless something happens, obviously, during the game, you should expect that secondary to be pretty set, again, with Elijah Hicks in place of Eddie Jackson.
Okay.
Nick, what are you going to ask Tyson Bagent after the game when he's thrown 3 touchdowns and the Bears have won?
Well, one is he heard, your song of him is probably the first thing that I have on my mind there, Mark. And if he says no, we can maybe play it for Tyson, and then that'll get him riled up for the next game.
He's heard of the song, but he hasn't. He's heard of the song, but he hasn't heard it, at least at last check when I talked to him. So if you could just play the song in the press conference, Tyson, what do you think of this? Is this your celebratory song, or would you consider making it? I think that'd be a good move.
Well, I have Herb Howard right next to me, and he said no, absolutely not, no. So probably, I'm going to go with my guy Herb over here, and maybe that's not the best idea, Mark, but we can find another game plan to ask Tyson.
I mean, that's messed up that Herb would come at me like that.
Ask Herb how many touchdowns and passing yards he thinks Bagent's going to throw for today.
Herb, how many touchdowns and passing yards for Bagent? Is he?
Herb's going to give a very diplomatic answer.
16 for 28 for 175. 1-1.
That's
1-1. Yeah, you and Herb can ride down 25-mile-per-hour suburb lane. I'm going down the Edens. I'm going down the Dan Ryan. We're going right.
You're on the shoulder.
Yes, that's right. I'm on the. That's right. That is right. I'm on the shoulder, riding the rails.
Who do you think is more likely to be driving 25 miles an hour? Somebody on the Dan Ryan or somebody in the suburbs?
Somebody in the suburbs.
Have you been anywhere near the Dan Ryan or the Kennedy recently? You're lucky to be going 20.
Not on the shoulder. You go 75.
Okay, weird conversation. I don't know what just happened. Nick, great stuff. I don't know. You got anything else?
No, I don't. Nick, enjoy the game. I'm very jealous you're sitting next to Herb and I'm sitting next to Carm.
Agree.
No, it's been so. I'll say this, you guys. In the press box has actually been good, especially with the food, guys. The food, like Kevin Warren, the Kevin Warren effect's happening, you guys. Skirt steak. You had
Skirt steak.
Fruit. Yes, they Adam, you're missing out, man.
Nick, stand up right there, right now, and just scream out. CHGO wants to know how many people are willing to raise their hands and say the Bears are going to win today and Bagent's going to play well.
I don't think I'm going to do that, Mark. I'm sorry.
All right,
Nick, go tell Brad Biggs that we believe in him and he believes in us, and we know that he.
I will do that.
Bye, Nick. Enjoy the game.
All right, you guys. See ya.
Make sure you're following Nick at Nicholas Moriano for all the updates from Soldier Field. I had a nice steak last night at Gene and Giorgetti's. Yeah.
Hoge Mansion. Going Gene and Giorgetti's.
Yeah.
Love it.
I will be informing my children when I get home later will not be going to college because I had to have that steak.
Hey,
but it tasted good.
Do you? I had a delicious filet myself last night at the Kevin Powell wedding. Congratulations to Kevin and Bridget. Kevin, of course, does a lot of Bears coverage over at WGN. He's got a football pod too. So shout out to KP, who wants to come in studio with us, by the way, Hoge.
Well, he didn't invite me to his wedding, so
He's out.
sorry, Kevin.
Maybe he can come on a Thursday.
You welcome KP in here. He's a
Nope,
good man.
KP's out. I'm just kidding. KP can come in anytime he wants.
That's funny.
All right. We still got to get to predictions here. I know what I want to do before we break again. That Tevin Jenkins conversation. Carm found Tevin Jenkins in the locker room.
My guy.
You love Tevin Jenkins.
I
I
do.
love Tevin Jenkins. This is actually something I'm very excited today. I like that he's going back. I didn't understand it at first. Like, why are they not playing Ja'Tyre Carter? But I do like Tevin Jenkins at right guard next to Darnell Wright. So, I don't know. You set this up. You talk to him.
Tevin was hanging out in his locker on Friday, and Tevin's always available to us. He's first class. I'm a big fan. And I'm sitting there. Well, the news came out earlier in the week that they're moving him to right guard. And I've talked to him before about changing positions. He's like, I could do it, but I need some time. So I wanted to know if he felt like he had time. And I also, wanted to – we haven't talked to him in a minute about just getting back on the field. And then, of course, there had to be a Tyson Bagent question. So here was Tevin from Friday. How good does it feel to be back healthy, Tevin Jenkins? It's got to be a relief for you to be back out there.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, I'm over here moving around. I mean, it killed me to be on IR for that long. I mean, it hurts me a lot to just even be injured again. I mean, I just wanted to be able to show that I could be on the field, and then went down because I got hurt while running. I mean, but a lot of things happened, but it feels really good to be out there.
If you are asked to go from one side to the other, like when I've talked to you in the past about it, it's like you needed a little bit of time to get the footwork down. But I don't know. Are you able to do that now? It seems like a lot.
Mentally, for me, it's easier going from left to right than right to left. So it's easier for me to do that because I've done my majority of my work all on right. So right now, this whole week has been really good for me, and it feels like it's just like riding a bike, really.
So it almost feels like borderline back home, even though it's not a tackle position. Go right to
Yeah. Because that's what I did most of my career, anyways, is on the right side. But I'm given us flexibility, given all this to even be able to play wherever, and I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
And I do feel good doing it too.
Yeah. And then, hey, Kevin, go back over there in 3 weeks. Okay, no problem, Coach?
No problem. I trying to get a job, trying to get a second contract, trying to do everything. I mean, anything that gets me going and keeps me in the league as long as I can. That's what I'm going to do.
That's the right attitude. All right, last one here. I personally think Tyson Bagent is going to play well on Sunday. Am I nuts?
You're not nuts. You're not nuts. The confidence he has right there, and the confidence he had this all week, and seeing how he rips the ball out, he should have a good game.
Thanks, man.
What if he was just like, yeah, you're nuts?
You're a little nuts. I mean, sure, he's not gonna say that I don't want to move over, and he's not gonna do a Chase Claypool, and he's not gonna say that Bagent's gonna suck. But
But he made you feel better that it's not that big of a deal.
I think he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, it makes sense. I think it's easier for him to go to. I understand his logic there. It's easier for him to go back to right guard than the opposite.
Right. I've played it. I know it. It ain't new. I'll go back. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, when you're at Hallis on Thursdays and I've got to switch from this seat to that seat, that's a big move. But when I come back here, I'm comfortable. Not that I'm not comfortable there, but you know what I'm saying. So maybe
I don't.
Maybe me and Tev are actually on the level because, I float back and forth. Braggs just sits over there.
Okay.
Just stick him over there. Carm, I float back and forth. So me and Tev, whatever it takes.
Daniel Trump, $5 super chat. Is Doug Kramer activated from IR? Could he play if an injury happens?
Yes.
And yes, he is active. He is in the lineup today. He is not a starter, doesn't look like. But, heck, I think he could play if they can't get the snaps to the quarterback.
Daniel, if you could make a bet right now that Doug Kramer will start games, you should make that bet because I think by the end of the year we'll see some Doug Kramer at center.
Hey, the NFL season is going strong, and DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking new customers up with an offer that's even stronger. Bet $5 on any game this week and you'll score $200 instantly in bonus bets. You might want to get this in before these games start. DraftKings isn't even stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game day this October. Get in on the game day greatness. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Now use code CHGO. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets when you bet $5 on the NFL. That's code CHGO only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours.
If
Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, licensee partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, Louisiana. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
Breaking news for the first time all season when we've had a tailgate, Greg Braggs is here before the game starts, which I think is
that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think it's because he's Ty curious and he wants to be here.
I am very Ty curious. Yeah, we're like a well-oiled machine now with our tailgates.
Did all the Raider fans raid the tailgate?
They did. There are a lot of Raiders fans in the city of Chicago at the tailgate. There's going to be a lot of Raider contingent at the stadium.
Hey, real quick, this kind of feels like a bit of a Braggs break-in.
Yep, busting in the scene.
Yeah.
Like the Kool-Aid guy.
Well, why don't you tell people about becoming a diehard since you're here?
Yeah, well, I don't need that to tell you how to become a diehard. So
Okay,
you can
great.
take that
I'm surprised you do.
laptop and throw it to the side. Yeah, now is as good a time as ever to become a diehard. We've got one more tailgate coming up here, November 9th, Thursday night. It's literally the Super Bowl for the Bears and the Carolina Panthers. Inarguably.
You could actually argue it's the opposite of the Super Bowl.
No, it is. It literally is for the Bears, especially. It is the most.
You can't lose.
You cannot lose that game.
Rooting for a tie.
You cannot lose that game. So it's a huge game, November 9th, Thursday Night Football. It's our last tailgate of the year at the corner of Wabash and Cermak. If you become a diehard, you can get a discount on that event. If not, you can still get tickets to that event. But it is a great time to become a diehard. You got Adam Hoge's newsletter that he puts out all week long, almost every single day. I always say every day, and then he doesn't do it every day.
I did it once last week.
He did it one time.
and the week before that. Thanks for reading.
Carm puts his grades out. Well, hey, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story, as my guy Cody
It was every
would
day
say.
during training camp.
Every day during training camp.
That was months ago.
Whatever. He just you'll get his newsletter. Carm puts out his grades after every game. You get a free shirt right out the gate if you become a diehard, and discounts on all shirts going forward.
Listen, we need your support. AllCHGO.com.
I know he doesn't like when I go on about this stuff, but I will say this much:
Also, because we have to go.
The game starts in 1 minute.
1 minute.
Basically.
Almost, but we still have to give our prop bets. So here are our prop bets for the game, which you can get on
Hari Blasingame.
DraftKings. The real prop bets that you need, Carmen, I will give you. I think this is just easy. Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown, and the Raiders money line.
Woof.
I saw that was up to plus 200, by the way, too, right before the show. So you might be able to get it even better than the plus 170 that's on the screen right now. Carm?
So I am taking the overs here on Tyler Scott, 14.5 receiving yards. Robert Tonyan, 6.5. He's getting a catch, free money. Darnell Mooney, 31.5.
Oh, was it 22.5?
22.5. 22.5. It's 22.5.
Better.
Close enough. Plus 525. Take the overs on the receivers. If you want to parlay it like good old Carm, get plus 525. I put real money on this. I actually bet it, so let's go.
Backup rookie quarterback, undrafted. Take the overs on all the receivers.
Makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
They call it gambling.
I had a nice bonus bet last night with the late college football games and just picked 3 things. And it's a bonus bet, so I'm like, I'll just take this, this, and this. All 3 lost. I was like, so if I had just done this, this, and this on the opposite side.
You know me, we're hammering the Kari until it hits all day long.
Okay, stop talking. Will you please not do that anymore?
What did
I'll
I do?
beg you. I want a real Braggs gambling brilliant thought.
Oh, let's take a look at the predictions too before we get out of
Yeah,
here.
you want to talk about brilliant?
You are brilliant there. My one
You
guy.
two are the only two taking the Bears.
I didn't know how that sentence was going to end.
I mean, look at this lack of faith. Will thinks we're scoring 13. You got us scoring 16. Nick's got us scoring 17. Woot's got us scoring 17.
Gosh.
I mean, just an utter debacle of a team. Who are these people?
I don't know, but none of them know how to pick the Bears this year.
If we both lose today, it's going to be really nauseating.
I'm picking against the Bears the rest of the season.
Every game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Except maybe the Panthers game.
Hey,
To each his own.
Carm's infected my mind. I'm excited for today. I think the Bears are going to win.
Scary place to be. Bears on Kauai, $4.99. Air Force moved me around. That makes sense. Ended in 2018, moved to Kauai in 2021. I'm an air traffic controller. Maybe talking to your pilot when you come out. Oh, that's dope, dude. So at Lahui Airport. What a sweet place to work. Just looking out at the ocean every day. There's planes fly in. Okay. I'll be on a plane tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bears are plus 120 on the money line.
Ben Wunderlich, $9.99. Bear the hell down today, boys. Got the meatball shirt on today.
Let's go.
Worn on our last win. The power of the meatball has to bring positive vibes, right? Let's effing go. And finally, Riley, $9.99. Bear down, boys. I finally started my apprenticeship as an electrician, so I
Nice.
have missed your guys' live shows, but man, it feels good to be
Hell
here
yeah.
live.
Keep up the hard work, Riley.
Yes, keep that going, Riley. Appreciate you.
392 days since the Bears last won a home game.
Plus 800 for Deontay Foreman to score a touchdown.
He's still on the
This is stuff, Carm. This is stuff you're supposed to do before the show starts.
Right, but we're at the last second. And we
Yes,
gotta get
and
a
I'd like
last
to
minute
say
bit.
goodbye so we can go watch the game and
Okay,
start
so-
our watch along.
And the
It takes a
watch-along.
few minutes to start.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Watch along's coming up next. The link is right there in the description. Okay.
This is a good day to watch it because
Yeah.
Carm is going to be.
If you want Carm's live reaction to Tyson Bagent the entire game, it's right here.
It's going to be worth
Who's
it.
doing the watch along?
You are the whole game.
The whole game is just going to be you sitting
You
here
by yourself
by
reacting
yourself,
to Tyson
You and
Bagent.
Bagent.
I cannot sit here the whole game. I can't handle it.
And then regardless, post game, as soon as this game's over, we'll be right here for you. Again, all those links are in the description. We tweeted them out earlier too, and also right here on the CHGO YouTube channel. Please hit subscribe. Please hit that like button. We'll see you here in a few minutes at the watch along.
Secret Beige.
We all silly like the mayor.